Hello friends. Have you ever wondered what happens when the playful, talkative Gemini man meets the serious, ambitious Capricorn woman? On the surface, they might seem like polar opposites, and, well, that's because they kind of are. But as we all know, sometimes opposites don't just attract, they ignite something special. So, what's really going on behind the scenes when these two come together? Is it a perfect balance of yin and yang, or are they destined to drive each other crazy? Let's break it down, from love to sex, marriage, friendship, and even business. Love compatibility, a clash or a complement? When a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman fall in love, it's not just a romantic connection, it's the merging of two completely different worlds. Their relationship is a fascinating blend of air and earth, where lightness meets gravity, and spontaneity clashes with structure. At first glance, these two may seem incompatible, but beneath their differences lies the potential for a deep and transformative bond, if they're willing to understand and accept each other's unique ways of being. The Gemini man is a true social butterfly. He's charming, witty, and endlessly curious. Conversations with him are never dull, he can talk about anything and everything, switching topics with lightning speed. He thrives on variety and excitement, and his restless mind is always looking for the next new thing. Life with a Gemini man feels like a whirlwind of fresh experiences. One moment, he's planning a spontaneous road trip, and the next, he's lost in a deep philosophical debate. In contrast, the Capricorn woman is the embodiment of stability and ambition. She's grounded, practical, and deeply committed to her goals. She moves through life with purpose and discipline, valuing long-term success over fleeting pleasures. While the Gemini man is chasing the thrill of the unknown, she's building a solid foundation for her future. This is a woman who takes relationships seriously, she doesn't waste time on casual flings or unreliable partners. So, how do these two connect when they seem so different? Surprisingly, their differences are often the very thing that draws them together. The Gemini man is intrigued by the mystery and depth of the Capricorn woman. She's not an open book, and that makes her irresistible to his curious nature. Unlike others who might fall for his charm too quickly, the Capricorn woman doesn't give her heart away easily. This emotional challenge excites the Gemini man, making him work harder to earn her affection. On the other hand, the Capricorn woman is drawn to his charisma and intellectual energy. While she may find many people predictable or even dull, the Gemini man brings a refreshing unpredictability to her life. His light-hearted approach can make her laugh and remind her to take a break from her serious responsibilities. He offers her a new perspective, showing her that not everything needs to be planned or controlled. When their conversations flow, it feels like a dance between intellect and ambition, each one pushing the other to see the world from a different angle. The Gemini man's playful banter can soften the Capricorn woman's serious exterior, while her grounded wisdom can give his scattered thoughts a sense of direction. Together, they have the potential to create a balanced dynamic where ideas are both dreamed and executed. But here's the challenge: can they sustain that connection over time? At their core, these two have fundamentally different approaches to life. The Gemini man craves freedom, he resists routines and gets bored easily. If a relationship starts to feel too predictable or restrictive, he may begin to pull away. For him, variety isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. Without enough intellectual stimulation and emotional space, he feels trapped. Meanwhile, the Capricorn woman values structure and reliability. She wants a partner who is as dedicated to building a future as she is. If she perceives the Gemini man as unreliable or inconsistent, her trust in the relationship may weaken. She doesn't play games. If she senses he isn't serious, she may retreat emotionally, protecting herself from disappointment. These opposing needs can create tension. The Capricorn woman may see the Gemini man as flaky or immature, while he may view her as rigid or controlling. Small disagreements about priorities, how to spend time, how to plan for the future, can escalate if neither partner is willing to compromise. So, what makes this relationship work? The answer lies in mutual respect and adaptability. If they can learn to appreciate each other's strengths, they can create a dynamic where adventure meets stability. The Capricorn woman offers the Gemini man a sense of grounding. Her patient, steady approach can provide him with a secure home base from which he can explore the world. In return, the Gemini man brings spontaneity and joy into her life. He can teach her to loosen up, take risks, and enjoy the present moment without always focusing on the future. For this balance to succeed, both partners must be willing to meet halfway. The Gemini man can work on being more consistent and reliable, while the Capricorn woman can learn to embrace spontaneity and trust the natural flow of life. It's not about changing who they are, it's about recognizing that their differences, when embraced, can become their greatest strength. Communication is another key factor. The Gemini man's natural gift for words can help bridge the gap between their worlds, but only if he's willing to be honest and emotionally open. Meanwhile, the Capricorn woman must express her needs clearly without becoming too critical or dismissive. When these two communicate with patience and understanding, they create a foundation where both freedom and commitment can thrive. When they're in sync, a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman can complement each other beautifully. He brings lightness and excitement, while she provides depth and stability. Together, they can create a partnership that's both stimulating and secure, one where both partners grow and evolve in ways they never could alone. The bottom line. While their relationship isn't always easy, the Gemini man and Capricorn woman have the potential to balance and challenge each other in all the right ways. If they can move past their differences and focus on their shared values, such as curiosity, growth, and mutual support, they can build a love that's as complex and rewarding as the stars themselves. Sexual chemistry, sparks or static. When it comes to intimacy, the relationship between a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman is a fascinating blend of playfulness and sensuality. These two approach physical connection from very different angles, which can either lead to irresistible chemistry or frustrating misunderstandings. While their styles may not naturally align at first, with patience and openness, this couple can unlock a level of passion and satisfaction that surprises them both. The Gemini man brings a spirit of creativity and adventure into the bedroom. He's curious, open-minded, and always looking for something new to try. For him, sex is not just about physical connection, it's also a form of play and exploration. He thrives on variety, and routine is his worst enemy. One night, he might want to try something spontaneous and bold, while the next, he's teasing and flirting, turning intimacy into a light-hearted game. This unpredictable energy keeps things exciting, but it can also make him seem detached or unfocused if his partner is craving a deeper emotional connection. On the other hand, the Capricorn woman approaches intimacy with depth and intensity. She's not one for casual flings. When she opens herself up to someone physically, it's because she feels a profound sense of trust and commitment. For her, sex is about emotional bonding and sensual pleasure. She values quality over quantity, preferring a slow, deliberate pace where every touch carries meaning. While the Gemini man might see sex as a fun, carefree experience, the Capricorn woman views it as a way to express love and devotion. At first glance, these two styles couldn't be more different, so how do they come together? Initially, their differences in approach can cause friction. The Gemini man's playful, sometimes impulsive attitude may seem too superficial to the Capricorn woman, who craves emotional depth and physical consistency. She wants to feel desired and cherished, not just entertained. If he rushes through intimate moments or treats sex like a casual adventure, she may interpret his behavior as a lack of seriousness or emotional investment. On the flip side, the Capricorn woman's reserved and methodical approach can feel too rigid for the free-spirited Gemini man. He thrives on spontaneity and may feel stifled if she insists on a predictable routine or hesitates to explore new experiences. If she seems too controlled or emotionally guarded, he might grow bored or feel that the physical side of their relationship is becoming too heavy or serious. But here's the twist: when they're willing to learn from each other, their differences become a source of powerful attraction. The Gemini man has a unique gift. He can teach the Capricorn woman to let go and enjoy the moment. Under his influence, she may begin to relax her inhibitions, embrace spontaneity, and explore sides of her sensuality she never knew existed. He introduces playfulness and encourages her to experiment, whether it's through new experiences, fantasies, or simply approaching intimacy with a lighter, more playful attitude. In turn, the Capricorn woman offers the Gemini man a deeper emotional connection than he's used to. With her, sex becomes more than just a physical act, it transforms into a profound expression of love, loyalty, and trust. She teaches him the value of intimacy with intention, showing him how meaningful physical connection can be when it's grounded in emotional depth. When he slows down and engages on her level, he discovers a richness and intensity that he might otherwise overlook. When these two sync up, their sexual connection becomes an irresistible blend of fun and depth. Picture this: the Gemini man's playful teasing combined with the Capricorn woman's passionate intensity creates an experience that's both light-hearted and profound. Their intimate life is full of surprises. One moment, they're laughing and exploring new sensations, and the next, they're sharing a soul-deep connection that leaves them both breathless. The key to unlocking this chemistry lies in balance. If the Gemini man can offer emotional consistency while keeping their intimate life fun and fresh, he will give the Capricorn woman the security she craves without sacrificing the excitement he needs. Meanwhile, if the Capricorn woman can embrace spontaneity and let go of control, she will create space for his adventurous spirit while still maintaining the emotional closeness that's important to her. What challenges might they face in the long run? One of the biggest hurdles for this couple is meeting each other's emotional needs through physical intimacy. The Capricorn woman may sometimes feel like the Gemini man isn't serious enough or that he views their connection as casual rather than meaningful. If she doesn't feel emotionally valued, she may begin to withdraw, creating a gap in their physical relationship. Conversely, the Gemini man may grow restless if their intimate life becomes too predictable or routine. He needs a sense of freedom and variety to stay engaged. If the Capricorn woman is unwilling to explore new experiences or becomes too rigid in her expectations, he may start to feel trapped or disconnected. The secret to lasting sexual compatibility lies in understanding and compromise. For the Gemini man, this means learning to slow down and appreciate the emotional depth that the Capricorn woman brings to their physical connection. If he can show her that he is not only interested in pleasure but also in building intimacy, he will earn her trust and open the door to a more profound connection. For the Capricorn woman, it means recognizing that sex doesn't always have to be serious. Embracing playfulness and spontaneity will not only keep the Gemini man engaged but also allow her to experience intimacy in a new and exciting way. By allowing herself to be vulnerable and open-minded, she can meet his need for variety while still maintaining the emotional connection she values. When they get it right, the physical relationship between a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman becomes a perfect fusion of fun and intensity. Together, they can create a sexual dynamic that's not only passionate but also emotionally fulfilling, a connection that keeps both their minds and bodies intrigued and satisfied for the long haul. Marriage potential, a long-term commitment. Could a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman not only walk down the aisle but also build a lasting, fulfilling marriage? The simple answer is yes, but only if both partners are willing to put in the effort. This is not the kind of relationship that thrives on autopilot. For these two to succeed in marriage, they must learn to navigate their differences while embracing each other's unique strengths. A marriage between a free-spirited Gemini man and a goal-oriented Capricorn woman is like blending fire and ice, dynamic, powerful, but requiring balance to prevent one from extinguishing the other. Each brings qualities that the other lacks. He offers lightness and adaptability, while she provides structure and reliability. At its best, their marriage can be a powerful partnership where both partners grow. At its worst, it can become a battle of wills if they fail to understand and respect each other's needs. The Gemini man thrives on freedom, curiosity, and variety. He is a person who loves to explore new ideas, meet new people, and keep life exciting. The idea of a predictable routine can feel suffocating to him. In marriage, he needs a partner who allows him to maintain a sense of independence and who understands that his social nature doesn't diminish his love. He's not one to be controlled or confined. If he feels trapped, his natural instinct is to pull away. The Capricorn woman, on the other hand, seeks security, commitment, and stability. She's not one to enter into marriage lightly. If she chooses a life partner, it's because she sees the relationship as a long-term investment. In her ideal world, marriage is a partnership where both people work toward shared goals. She values a spouse who is reliable and consistent, and she may struggle to trust someone who seems too unpredictable or impulsive. The challenge? These fundamental differences in how they view life and commitment can create tension. The Capricorn woman may see the Gemini man as irresponsible or flaky, while he may view her as rigid or controlling. If these issues aren't addressed early, small disagreements can snowball into serious conflicts. One of the biggest potential roadblocks in their marriage is the Gemini man's need for variety versus the Capricorn woman's desire for stability. She may expect a clearly defined, predictable future, while he prefers to keep his options open and go with the flow. If she tries to micromanage his time or limit his freedom, he could start to feel trapped. Conversely, if he is too carefree or avoids serious conversations about their future, she may feel insecure or unimportant. So, how do they make it work? The foundation of a successful marriage between a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman is compromise and communication. Both partners must be willing to bend without losing their essential selves. Neither should expect the other to change completely. Instead, they need to find a middle ground where their individual needs are honored. For the Gemini man, this means recognizing that commitment doesn't equal confinement. By offering the Capricorn woman emotional consistency, checking in, being reliable, and showing her that he is serious, he can reassure her without sacrificing his freedom. It's about striking a balance between his independence and her need for security. Small gestures, like remembering important dates or being present during tough times, can go a long way toward building trust. For the Capricorn woman, the key is to give him room to breathe. She needs to trust that his love doesn't fade just because he values space. Instead of controlling his every move, she should allow him the freedom to explore and socialize, knowing that he will return to their shared foundation. If she can ease up on the need for predictability and embrace a little spontaneity, she will keep their relationship fresh and exciting. When these two strike this balance, their differences actually become their greatest strengths. The Gemini man's sense of humor lightens her serious nature, helping her see the joy in everyday life. Meanwhile, her practical wisdom keeps him grounded, giving him a stable foundation from which to explore the world. Together, they can achieve far more than they could separately. Another strength in their marriage is their complementary skills. The Capricorn woman is a master planner, always thinking about the long term, whether it's financial security, family goals, or personal growth. The Gemini man brings adaptability and creative problem solving, helping them navigate unexpected challenges with flexibility. When they work as a team, his quick thinking combined with her strategic mind makes them a formidable couple who can tackle both personal and professional goals. Of course, no marriage is without challenges, and for these two, the biggest obstacle is maintaining emotional intimacy despite their differences. The Capricorn woman may struggle with expressing vulnerability, while the Gemini man's tendency to keep things light can prevent deeper emotional connection. To overcome this, both need to prioritize open, honest communication. Regular check-ins, sharing fears and dreams, and finding time for emotional bonding will prevent misunderstandings from festering. Another challenge is navigating lifestyle differences. The Gemini man enjoys a fast-paced, social life, while the Capricorn woman values routine and privacy. Successful marriages require them to find a rhythm where both lifestyles are honored. Perhaps this means allowing the Gemini man solo adventures while ensuring quality time as a couple. Flexibility and mutual respect are essential. At the heart of their success is a simple truth: when these two genuinely love each other, they are willing to adapt. The Gemini man may discover that consistency doesn't dull his adventurous spirit, and the Capricorn woman may realize that spontaneity doesn't undermine her desire for stability. When they work together instead of against each other, they create a marriage that is both secure and exciting. In the end, a marriage between a Gemini man and a Capricorn woman can absolutely thrive, but it requires intentional effort. If he can bring joy and lightness to her world while respecting her need for commitment, and if she can offer security while allowing him freedom, they can build a lasting partnership where both feel loved and understood. When these two align their hearts and goals, they don't just make marriage work, they become an unstoppable team, proving that fire and ice can create something truly extraordinary. Friendship, the odd couple. At first glance, the Gemini man and the Capricorn woman might seem like total opposites when it comes to friendship. He's the charming, spontaneous social butterfly, while she's the disciplined, practical realist. Their personalities, goals, and ways of interacting with the world are so different that you might wonder how they even become friends. But here's the twist: when these two form a bond, they create a surprisingly balanced and dynamic duo that offers the best of both worlds. The Gemini man brings excitement, curiosity, and humor to the friendship. He's the kind of friend who's always planning something fun, whether it's a last-minute road trip, a new hobby, or a lively debate on a random topic. With his quick wit and endless curiosity, conversations with him are never dull. He keeps things light, always looking for the next adventure or the next interesting person to meet. If there's a social event, you can bet he's already there, making friends and stirring up conversations. The Capricorn woman, on the other hand, offers stability, wisdom, and loyalty. She's the friend you call when life gets tough, steady, grounded, and always ready to offer practical advice. While the Gemini man may bounce from one interest to the next, the Capricorn woman values consistency and long-term connections. She's not one for small talk or frivolous interactions. If she invests in a friendship, it's because she sees real value in it. So, how do these two so different people click as friends? The magic of their friendship lies in their ability to balance each other out. The Gemini man helps the Capricorn woman relax and let loose. With his playful nature, he encourages her to step outside her comfort zone and reminds her that not everything in life needs to be planned or controlled. Whether it's convincing her to try a new hobby, join a social gathering, or just laugh at life's absurdities, his presence adds a sense of spontaneity that she may not naturally embrace. Meanwhile, the Capricorn woman gives the Gemini man a reliable anchor when life feels chaotic. Her calm, practical nature provides him with a place to land when his world becomes too fast-paced or unfocused. When he's feeling overwhelmed by his scattered thoughts or restless energy, her grounded perspective helps him slow down and prioritize what truly matters. She's not afraid to offer tough love, calling him out when he's being careless, but her advice is always thoughtful and meant to help him grow. Of course, this friendship isn't always smooth sailing. Their differences, while complementary, can also cause friction if they're not careful. The Gemini man's light-hearted, carefree attitude may come across as immature or irresponsible to the Capricorn woman, who values seriousness and commitment. She may grow frustrated with his inconsistency. One day, he's enthusiastic about their plans, and the next, he's already moved on to something else. On the flip side, the Capricorn woman's serious demeanor and cautious approach to life can feel restrictive to the Gemini man. He might see her as too rigid or pessimistic, especially if she resists his ideas for spontaneous outings or unconventional fun. If she's too critical or dismissive of his playful nature, he could start to feel misunderstood or bored. So, how do they overcome these differences and maintain a strong friendship? The key is mutual respect and a willingness to embrace each other's unique qualities. If the Gemini man can appreciate the Capricorn woman's loyalty and wisdom, he'll come to see her as a trusted confidant who always has his back. In return, if the Capricorn woman can recognize the value of his flexibility and humor, she'll find herself lightening up and learning to enjoy the moment instead of always focusing on the future. Another crucial factor is communication. These two need to be honest about their differences while giving each other the space to be themselves. If the Gemini man feels stifled, he should communicate his need for freedom rather than pulling away. If the Capricorn woman feels he's not taking their friendship seriously, she should express her concerns without being judgmental. Clear, open conversations help them avoid misunderstandings and deepen their bond over time. Despite their differences, when they get it right, their friendship becomes a powerful mix of laughter, loyalty, and life lessons. The Gemini man brings a sense of adventure and keeps things fun, while the Capricorn woman provides emotional support and practical guidance. Together, they create a balanced friendship where both feel seen and valued. They also make a surprisingly effective team. When these two collaborate, whether it's planning a trip, tackling a project, or simply supporting each other through life, they blend creativity and strategy in a way that's hard to beat. The Gemini man's quick thinking and social skills complement the Capricorn woman's focus and determination, making them an unstoppable force when they work together. In the long run, their friendship can stand the test of time, if they're willing to accept each other's quirks. The Gemini man learns the value of consistency from the Capricorn woman, while she discovers the joy of letting go and having fun through him. Their bond, while unusual, is filled with growth, adventure, and a deep, mutual appreciation that only comes from truly understanding each other. So, while the Gemini man and Capricorn woman may seem like an odd couple on paper, in reality, their friendship can be one of the most rewarding and balanced relationships either of them will ever experience. When they embrace their differences and support each other's growth, they form a dynamic duo that's as unpredictable as it is unbreakable. Business compatibility, a dream team or disaster? When it comes to business compatibility, the Gemini man and the Capricorn woman are a fascinating mix of creativity and structure. At first glance, their working styles couldn't be more different. He's the big-picture thinker with a flair for communication, while she's the master strategist who thrives on order and execution. Yet, when these two align their strengths, they can form a powerful business partnership that combines innovation with practicality. The Gemini man brings a spark of brilliance to any business environment. He's quick-witted, adaptable, and charismatic, the kind of person who can walk into a room and effortlessly win people over. Whether it's pitching ideas, negotiating deals, or building networks, he excels in dynamic, fast-paced environments. His mind is always buzzing with new concepts, and he's not afraid to take risks if he believes in an idea's potential. The Capricorn woman, by contrast, is disciplined, methodical, and goal-oriented. She takes business seriously, no shortcuts, no sloppy work. With her practical mindset and unwavering focus, she's the one who ensures that ideas turn into reality. She is the planner, the organizer, and the one who follows through even when the initial excitement fades. In her world, success is not about chasing shiny new ideas, it's about long-term results and sustainable growth. Together, these two can form a business dream team. The Gemini man is the visionary. He comes up with fresh ideas, identifies emerging trends, and effortlessly navigates the social side of business. The Capricorn woman is the executor. She builds systems, manages resources, and ensures the business remains profitable and organized. It's a partnership where he dreams big, and she makes it happen. Why does this combination work so well? Because they naturally fill in each other's gaps. The Gemini man's creative thinking pushes the business forward, while the Capricorn woman's practicality keeps it grounded. When working together, they can tackle projects from multiple angles. He's the idea generator, and she's the implementer. This can be a winning formula for businesses that require both innovation and operational excellence. For example, imagine a startup where the Gemini man handles marketing and public relations, while the Capricorn woman oversees operations and finance. He's out there pitching investors and attracting clients, while she's ensuring that budgets are followed and deadlines are met. Their combined approach means they can scale a business without losing vision or structure, a balance many businesses struggle to achieve. But, this pairing isn't without its challenges. The Gemini man's natural curiosity and restlessness can become a problem if he lacks focus. He tends to juggle multiple projects at once, moving on to the next exciting idea before the first one is fully realized. This can drive the Capricorn woman crazy. She values consistency, commitment, and seeing things through. If she perceives him as scattered or unreliable, tension is bound to arise. On the flip side, the Capricorn woman's rigid work style may feel stifling to the Gemini man. She likes things to be structured and predictable, while he thrives on flexibility and spontaneity. If she dismisses his innovative ideas as too risky or impractical, he may feel frustrated and disengaged. Their clashing work rhythms can turn the partnership into a power struggle if not properly managed. So, how do they avoid disaster and become a true dream team? The first and most important ingredient is clear communication. Both partners need to articulate their goals, expectations, and working styles from the outset. If the Gemini man can explain his need for freedom to explore ideas, and the Capricorn woman can outline her need for order and follow-through, they can find common ground. Regular check-ins and open dialogue are essential to ensure that both feel heard and respected. Shared goals are another non-negotiable. For this duo to succeed in business, they must align on a common vision. If the Gemini man wants to experiment while the Capricorn woman insists on stability, their collaboration will crumble. However, if they agree on long-term objectives while allowing room for innovation, they can leverage their differences for the greater good. Another critical factor is division of labor. Each person should play to their strengths while trusting the other to handle their domain. The Gemini man can thrive in roles involving communication, marketing, and creative strategy, while the Capricorn woman excels at operations, project management, and financial planning. This way, they can work in tandem without stepping on each other's toes. Both partners also need to embrace a degree of flexibility. The Gemini man should understand that some structure is necessary for long-term success, while the Capricorn woman should accept that not every idea needs a 10-year plan. A willingness to meet in the middle can transform potential conflict into a collaborative advantage. When they get this balance right, the Gemini man and Capricorn woman can achieve extraordinary things in business. His innovative spark combined with her methodical approach creates a partnership where creativity meets efficiency. They can tackle ambitious projects, pivot when necessary, and ensure that no brilliant idea goes to waste due to poor execution. In fact, some of the most successful businesses thrive because they combine visionary thinking with practical implementation, exactly the blend these two provide. If they respect and trust each other's unique strengths, there's almost no limit to what they can accomplish together. At the end of the day, a Gemini man and Capricorn woman in business can be either a dream team or a disaster, and the outcome depends entirely on how they manage their differences. With open communication, shared goals, and a healthy respect for each other's talents, they can build a business that is as innovative as it is stable. When these two work in harmony, their opposite strengths become the perfect formula for long-lasting success. So, are they a match made in heaven? A Gemini man and Capricorn woman might not be the easiest match, but when they find their rhythm, they can create something truly special. Their relationship is a balance of lightness and depth, adventure and stability, spontaneity and responsibility. If they're willing to respect each other's differences and meet halfway, this duo can teach each other valuable lessons, and maybe even fall in love in a way that defies the odds. So, what do you think? Can these two opposites make it work? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos on astrological compatibility. You never know, you might just find your perfect cosmic match.